was a sight for my soul.
Good morning, Benjamin, as always.
G'day guys, welcome back to the vlog. This morning is finally a lovely sunny day here in North Queensland. I thought I'd crack on into Benjamin this morning, hopefully get him finished, maybe turn him over today, but we'll see how we're going. The plan for today is to put the new injector O-rings into Benjamin. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish pulling half of the injectors out. So we're going to pull out the left hand side now. Then once those are out, I'm going to put the new injector O-rings on. Once they've gone on, I'm going to throw them back in and I'm going to finish putting in the new coolant, and then I'm going to go and grab the crash bar, and then we've just got to finish welding it up, and then we've just got to grind and paint it to put it on. So we had some troubles mounting up my front mount because it's a universal intercooler. What happened is the crash bar comes down and it kicks out on an angle. So when it kicks out, the one of the piping bits was hitting it, so it was kicking it out and hitting it into the bumper, so we had to dock that, re-weld it, and so we've just got to tidy that up today and then put it back on. So let's get into it. So this is the injector O-ring kit that I bought for the injectors going inside of Benjamin. So Benjamin is just running 565 pink STI injector. I wanted to keep it small because I didn't want to go too large, but you know, EJ25s and their power. So what came in this pack essentially is, if we look at our injector, so basically what comes with it, there we go. So basically what it comes with new O-ring, comes with your new collar, and then it comes with a new end cap as well for the injector. So we're going to go ahead and we'll replace all of those today. So then we'll just grab that, we'll finish grabbing out our other injectors, and then we'll start doing those. So getting the fuel injectors out of the right hand side of the motor was a little bit harder because I had to remove the coolant reservoir tank and a couple other things were in the way. So but thankfully I've done this quite a few times now, so it's pretty easy to unbolt. So all you had to do was just drain the coolant. It's a couple of 12mm and 10mm bolts that hold this to the intake manifold, and then there's just 2 bolts down the bottom. So you've also got to take off your oil feed for your power steering pump as well. So then once that's removed, you can just kind of move it back a little bit. Now, I have been told it is easier to just take the intake manifold completely off to do it, but I was lazy and I didn't do that because I wanted to get it done, and it's been a while. So to get my injectors off, there are little pink things just hiding down in the bottom there. So you would have seen in our last video we did do these, but when we did them last we were drinking and it was a pretty fun afternoon. It wasn't too productive. So we didn't do any car stuff, did we, yesterday? No, we did nothing.
We had some beers and we went to bed.
All that needs to happen to get these injectors out is there's 2 12mm bolts that hold the fuel rail onto, actually holds it onto the block, so those need to come out, and then all should happen is that the injectors will pop back out, and then we just have to unplug them and pull them out, and we'll clean them up. So I finally got the injectors out, so now I've got them just laying on top of the car. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the O-rings and all of the little rubber bits on them, just to make sure that when we put them back in, they're not going to fail when we fire it up. So we've got all the injectors back in the car. I've got them all back together on this side. I reconnected my boost slide, did that side, put my coolant reservoir back on that side as well. So it was rather easy to get back on, so the hardest part was just getting these injectors back in because of everything that sits here. So this front injector was the one we were having problems with. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to plug in the battery and just prime it, and then see if it's good to go, if we have any more problems, or if it's going to be okay. But fingers crossed it works. It's not the best, but it's going to have to do for now. Now that I've got my battery very jankily set up in my engine bay, because I need a battery relocation kit because my front mount's in the way, what I can do is going to try and prime it now and just see how it goes. Alright, so we have power. Means my battery's not dead, which is that's a good start. Alright. Key in. Oh, I'm so nervous. This is... Nope, steering wheel lock. Alright. Please work. Please work. Alright, one more to accessories. I don't hear any leaks. You're priming. No leaks. She works. Yo! So the fact that I can prime the car now and that there's no fuel leakage anywhere is like a big step forward, which is really, really good, and I'm really psyched because that means I'm this much closer to getting the car started. So I do have a couple more things to do today. I've got to finish grinding down my front bar because I did cut it and weld it to fit the front mount on. So I'll get that done and then I'll finish fitting up the front bar along with the bumper and the guards and everything. So hopefully we can get all that on today, and then once that's done we can actually turn the car over. So we'll see how we go. So we've just gotten the front bar painted like finger tight. Oh, not but like, keep going. You want it like hand tight for now, and then we'll torque wrench it afterwards. Yep, perfect.
Got him.
Then do your bottom one, and then do your top one here, and then that one's a different size, so we'll do that one after.
Okay.
Look at you doing car stuff. So we just got the front crash bar back on, and we did some rust primer on it to coat up all the welds and stuff, so it's nice and coated, so hopefully that won't go rusty on me now. So what we're doing is Brittany is just putting a couple of bolts back on the crash bar, and then we'll mount the front mount back up to it and put the intercooler piping back on, and then fingers crossed we can then turn the car over. So, but we'll see how we go. Pray for me, please, please. It's either going to be oh thank God in the comments, or can I get an F in chat? It's gonna be one way or the other. This lighting is horrible. So we just got the front bar on, and if you can see how much we've actually chopped out of this, we've actually chopped a good, I don't know, 50-60 mil off it. So now what it's going to be able to, it's going to be able to let that pipe come past off the intercooler and then go past the crash bar, because originally this was out too far. So we ended up just docking it and welding it, so then that way the pipe can just go straight out. So now what we'll do is we'll put the front mount back on, and then we'll get the panels on and make it look all pretty, and then hopefully it starts. Yeet! So we got the bumper on, and it looks pretty neato. Now the problem we're having is that this side that we docked fits, but this one still protrudes out for some reason. So what we're probably going to have to do is have a piece of straight come off that, and then maybe dock it, and then put maybe a 45 or something on it, and then just run it around the back like it is, because it's just 290s and a bit of straight in the middle, but it's too much. So the old boys having a look at it. Fuck lie. Let's see after nearly 9 months of sitting if my EJ25 wants to turn on or not. So let's get into it, kids. You got coolant, belts are tightened, that's all connected, power steering. Everything is good to go, except the battery's not connected. I don't remember whether or not the immobilizer in this thing is going to want me to put in the code, because every time you take the battery out of it, and because it's a Subaru, they like to whinge. Okay, this battery is also like dying.
Good.
So. Now what I'll do is I'll prep it once or twice and then I'll try turning it over. So I think this battery doesn't have enough charge in it. Why?
Just take the battery out, put it on charge for half hour, it'll be enough.
We'll be back.
Later.
Welcome back, kids. See if round 2 works. Hey?
Not quite enough. You're in neutral. While I grab mine and we'll jump start it.
Ah, the good old cruise control bug. Batteries are dying, super easy. Shit. Crank it over. Till die time, kids.
Hey!
No leaks underneath.
Get it on.
Vacuum seal it, and you vacuum it, put it on charge and you crank it
Hey Dad, my car runs. I built a car that runs. Yay! Yo! I can die happy, man. I told myself I wouldn't cry, so I'm doing pretty good.
Cry.
This video gets 50 million views, I'll cry. PewDiePie, come at me.
Look, you can't call out the king.
Yeah. Alright, let's push it back inside and call it a day.
Okay.
Well, the car's back together and it's running, so I'm as happy as anything can be. So the car is like this close to being done now, it just needs a tune and I just got to finish painting and stuff. So thank you very much. Nearly I butchered that one. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, which will probably be my wheels, which get here this week. So when we're done with the video, hey Dad, what do we do when you're done watching a video on YouTube?
Sorry?
I said, what do you do when you're done watching a video on YouTube?
Look at another one.
Look at another one of ours. See you guys.